What is up, YouTube? We are back here yet again with another Doki exit music video, episode 2 here on the channel. Last episode, we got straight into it. Like, we learned, we started out with Sayori trying to kill herself. We started with Natsuki being in the hospital, and yeah. But we're gonna continue right from where we left off. We just got to Natsuki's house, and we're gonna see what's going on, so yeah. As I turn the corner and approach Natsuki's house, my attention is directed upwards. On the second floor balcony, a large, heavily built man leans against the railing, smoking a cigarette. Is that her dad? Jesus Christ. He's on the phone, and I can't help but overhear his conversation. The man mutters something about having business to attend to, but promises to be wherever the caller wants within the hour. My stomach sinks. Business? If he means what I think he does. Backtracking Yuri's route, I make my way back to school, then to my house from there. Fumbling with my keys, I unlock the door. I enter my bedroom and hurriedly change out of my uniform and into some dark clothing. A short jog brings me back to her house, and I take a seat within a bus stop. On the street opposite her, staking out her father. I ponder if he's already gone, perhaps, and I missed him leaving. Or maybe he's still dealing with business. After a few minutes, however, I'm proven wrong by the sound of an engine revving up and a new, expensive-looking performance car emerging from the driveway of Natsuki's house. It speeds away and around the corner within seconds, and once I'm certain that it's gone, I move over to Natsuki's house and ring the doorbell. I wait. Nothing. I press down on it again. Once more, no answer. Growing ever anxious, I knock on the door heavily, aggressively banging my balled fist into the door. A moment of silence. Then from a second-floor window, I see a curtain pull back, a flash of pink, and just as quickly, it's replaced once more. I watch it intensely, waiting for any sign of movement until I hear the sound of the door chain being unhinged and the deadbolt turning. My heart is ready to jump out of my chest. I don't know what I'll be greeted by, but I await it nervously.
Fire demon? What the hell are you doing here?
It's Natsuki. Thank God. Natsuki! Are you alright? What happened to your bruises?
What bruises, Fire Demon? I don't know what you're talking about.
She's playing dumb, even though I saw her. What could have happened to her for her to be so devoted to keeping it a secret? Before I can reply, she grabs me by the collar of my shirt and yanks me into her foyer.
Hey, how do you know where I live?
Now is not the time for that. Has she been drinking? Better question is, where have you been?
I haven't been feeling very good for the past few days. No need to be so mean about it.
Does she expect me to believe that after what I saw? Natsuki, I know something's wrong. I saw you at the hospital, remember?
That?
She giggles.
That was nothing. Don't worry about that, okay? There's much worse to be worried about.
What do you mean?
Come with me. I could do with another glass anyway.
She grips my arm loosely and tries to move me along with her through her house. As she moves, she begins erratically wobbling, as though she's having trouble walking. She holds tighter onto my arm for support. She stumbles and nearly trips. I catch her, wrapping my arm around her chest and pulling her upright.
Thanks.
That's not like her. Normally, if I grabbed her, for whatever reason, she'd freak out and call me gross or something of that sort. But here, she didn't even flinch or say anything about it. Something feels off. I release my grip on her reluctantly as she's still staggering her way along. I assist in moving her, now up the stairs, making sure she doesn't fall and knock us both back down onto the steps. We finally make it up the stairs, and Natsuki guides me to her room. Her room is a mess. Her floor is littered with small, ripped-up pieces of paper. Picking one up, I realize one of the protagonists of Parfait Girls. The cover is a heavy laminated cardstock, and it's ripped in two. There's no way Natsuki was able to tear that in half herself. Not only that, but she had no reason to either. But I could think of someone who does. There's a large bottle of red wine, cap open, lying on its side on her bed. Only a small drip escapes, staining her bedsheet crimson. There can't be much left of it. I knew she'd been drinking. I could tell from the moment she opened the door. Natsuki, you haven't drunk all of that yourself, right? She looks flustered.
Of course I have, you dummy!
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I haven't even finished anyway.
She retrieves the bottle from the bed. I reach a hand out to take it from her. Natsuki?
Nuh-uh! It's mine!
She holds the bottle just out of reach and tries to push me away. She's too weak, however, and I simply move her arm aside. Come on, that's enough.
Fire demon, please! I need this.
Something about the way she said that sent a pain of dread through my body. Before I can reach my arm out and to stop her a second time, the remainder of the bottle's contents are gone. Looking at her bedside drawer, I see Natsuki's phone. It is overturned, so I can only see her case. The case is glittery and pink.
This drink is nice, Fire Demon.
Natsuki, talk to me. I know something's going on with your dad. Please, I just want to help. But I can't if you won't tell me what's going on.
This is all the help I need.
She collapses onto her bed and giggles.
I haven't felt this happy in so long.
I grow only more uneasy hearing that. If this is the length she has to go to in order to escape her demon, just how bad is the demon she's trying to escape from? Oh, crap. As Natsuki begins to snore, her grip on the wine bottle falters, and it rolls off the bed onto her floor. To my surprise, it doesn't shatter. Instead, it rolls under her bed. Shaking my head, I bend down to pick up the bottle that rolled under her bed. Reaching my hand underneath the bed, I can feel the wine bottle. And something else. What the? I pull both out from beneath the bed. Placing the wine bottle on her bedside drawer, next to Natsuki's phone, I take a look at what I recovered. It's a white container and made of plastic. Wait, this isn't right. This is a bottle of pills. Looking for a description, I inhale sharply as I realize that these are ibuprofen tablets. I turn to look at Natsuki, fast asleep as I worried. Oh my fucking god! I desperately check the label on the back for a dated prescription. 2 days ago. She's trying to overdose! An icy sweat runs down my forehead as I begin to panic, running my hands through my hair. She stops snoring. I violently shake Natsuki's seemingly lifeless body. Please, Natsuki! Please wake up! I grab her hand. It's clammy and much more cooler than it should be. I put my ear next to her mouth so I can see if she's breathing. Thankfully she is, but it's faint. I take her by the shoulders and pull her into a sitting position. I crouch down next to her, supporting her. Natsuki! I contemplate calling an ambulance, but I'm worried it'll draw too much attention to her house. Ah, the hell with it! I don't care what happens so long as she lives. I reach into my pocket and... Fuck! My phone isn't there! I reach onto her bedside table, gripping Natsuki's phone tightly. I bring it to my face and press the power button. The screen lights up from behind a shattered display. I try to make an emergency call, but the screen is unresponsive to my touch. Dropping the phone, I pull Natsuki in close to me, hoping, praying that she wakes up. I begin to sob, terrified for her life. But Natsuki begins to cough erratically. I'm simultaneously panicked and relieved. She opens her eyes and unsteadily rises to her feet with my assistance. Natsuki? Please tell me you're okay. She falls silent. Oh, Jesus! My nose is assaulted by the mixed scent of bile and wine as it splashes on the floor in front of me. I realize that she got some on my arm. It stings? Well, at least I would have gotten the deadly mixture out of her body. But she's still in trouble. Natsuki turns to me, half conscious, pleading.
Fire demon, help me.
She stumbles back, landing in a sitting position on her bed.
I don't want it to die.
Look at me, okay? You won't, you hear me? I won't let you die. Natsuki, listen to me, okay? Be right back. She nods weakly, barely aware of her surroundings. I need to find her something to eat. Hopefully it should absorb what's left of the alcohol. Bolting down the stairs, I reach the kitchen within seconds. I swing open every cupboard I can see, along with the refrigerator. Nothing. Not even a slice of bread. When did Natsuki last eat? Exiting the kitchen, I look all around the house. I'm gonna turn down the music. The music's loud. Hurrying back to Natsuki, I check up on her. She's as pale as ever, but she's conscious at least. She weakly raises her head to look at me. Hey Natsuki. I need you to pay attention to me, okay? Just whatever you do, don't go to sleep, okay? Please. She tries to mutter something, but it's unintelligible. I have no choice but to leave her again. I've searched everywhere in the house besides her father's bedroom. As I approach the door, I notice that it's locked. I ram the door multiple times before the frame gives way. Whoa! I tumble onto the floor, now littered with splinters. I rise to my feet and flick the light on. As I search the room for anything that could possibly aid Natsuki, something catches my eye. A few bags from various restaurants around town. I tear them open, but to find nothing but empty takeout containers. I return to Natsuki's room. We have to go! Now!
Okay.
I help her to her feet, wrapping her arm over my shoulder, holding her hand in place. She'll make it! I'll make sure of it.
Where are we going?
Somewhere safe. We make our way down the stairs. I keep Natsuki on her feet, though it is proving to be more difficult as she fades in and out of consciousness. Starvation, mixed with alcohol and painkillers, it's clearly taking a toll on her. But she isn't dead. We make it to the front door. With time feeling like a lost luxury, I shut it behind us, moving through the porch. I can feel Natsuki's tears soak through my shirt. We reach the gate and I set her down while I open it. I scoop Natsuki off the grass and close the gate behind us. Holding Natsuki close, I move as fast as I can down the street. As we approach the glow of the street lights, I begin to feel relieved. I loosen my grip on Natsuki. Can you walk?
Yes. I think.
I set her down for a moment. Her knees buckle. Again, I wrap her arm around me and mine around her. Let's go.
Okay.
I end up supporting her the entire way through town. There's nobody about to call me out for looking suspicious. I'm almost glad she has such a small figure. It certainly makes it so much easier to... That's why she's so small. Her father has been leaving her malnourished and living on fast food. Jesus Christ. Finally, I recognize the familiar view of my house. I set Natsuki down on my front step. I fumbled with my keys for a moment, finally able to unlock the door. I helped Natsuki through. She's safe. From her father, at least. I bring her to the kitchen and sit her down on one of the chairs.
Fire demon? Why did you help me? How did you know where I...
Don't worry about all that right now. Let's just get you settled in for the night. I'm worried that it'll be longer than one night. I have a spare bedroom in my house, so she'll be able to sleep there. I search through my pantry and my fridge for something she may like. I decide to just make some toast and chicken noodle soup.
Is that chicken noodle? I haven't had that in so long.
Her words break my heart. How long? How long has she lived like this? I watch the clock as Natsuki eats. It's late. Now that the immediate panic is over, I realize that poor Natsuki is still drenched in her own stomach acid. Natsuki, I'm gonna need you to get changed.
What?
Not here, silly. I mean, you can get changed in the spare bedroom. But I don't
have any of my clothes.
You'll have to borrow some of mine.
Okay. But only because I have to.
Natsuki seems to be in much better shape after her meal. She stands up on her own accord and to return her bowl to the kitchen counter. She moves slowly but deliberately. Despite the stink of bile clogging up my nose, I'm relatively calm too. Natsuki's skin tone has returned to normal. Mostly. She still looks scarred by the night's experiences. Once she returns empty-handed, I ask her to follow me to her room. Come on, I'll show you where it is. Natsuki timidly complies, wrapping her arms around me. But this time, it hurts. I inhale sharply.
Are you okay, Fire Demon?
My shoulder is in pain. The adrenaline of the situation has settled. Maybe barging through that door was a bad idea. Not only because of the pain, but the damage it caused too. When Natsuki's dad returns to the house... Yeah, I'm alright. Don't worry about me. Let's get you cleaned up. There's a shower in the guest room that you can use. We reach the guest room, located across the hall from my own bedroom. I motion towards the edge of the bed. Here, sit down for a moment. Sit down for just a minute. I'll be back with something comfy for you. She sits down. I rush into my bedroom, picking out one of my gray tops and a pair of jeans. When I bring them back into her room, she's struggling to take off her socks. I place her fresh clothes on the bed and kneel down to help her take them off. She opens her mouth like she wants to say something, but reluctantly lets me help. Natsuki's been through too much today. She has next to no strength left.
Thanks, Fire Demon. I can take it from here.
You sure? I really don't want... All the blood in my body rushes to my face. She's gonna have a shower. Was I about to indirectly tell her I wanted to help? Never mind. It's fine. Take your time. I decide that now isn't the best time to question Natsuki about her family. Instead, she just needs a soothing shower and some sleep. Maybe that'll help take her mind off of tonight's events. Even if only for a few moments. Those few moments would do her a lot of good. As I stand to leave the room, Natsuki grips my wrists gently.
Fire Demon, wait! I wanted to thank you again.
Don't mention it, okay? I'm just glad that I got there in time. Natsuki stares into my eyes.
Me too. How did you know where I was?
I walked home with Yuri. She was having a bad day. So I went with her. She pointed out your place, and ever since I saw you at the hospital, you haven't left my mind. That's why I decided to go. I tried calling you God knows how many times, but you never answered. I cast my mind back to Natsuki's wreck of a phone. I guess I know why.
I saw every one of your calls. I couldn't answer because of that stupid screen. When all I wanted to do was hear your voice. I couldn't. I just wanted to go back to the club. and sit with you under the window to read more together. Because when we do, it's the only time I really feel safe. Well, not anymore.
Of course. Her Parfait Girls manga was torn apart. She looks down at the ground dejectedly. I leave Natsuki to shower. After getting changed myself, I sit on the edge of my bed, gripping the volume of Parfait Girls that I had bought for myself on the weekend. The water stops running, and I hear the ensuite door being opened and closed. I wait a few moments before knocking on her door. Natsuki, I have something else for you.
Oh, fire demon.
Natsuki opens the door, looking healthy again. She is out of her dirty clothes and is now wearing my shirt, along with her own pants. The top doesn't fit very well, though.
Huh, the shirt's massive on me.
I could get a smaller top of mine if you...
I like it. You don't need to, fire demon.
You sure?
Yeah.
I present the manga to her. I saw what happened to your copy of Parfait Girls back at your place, so I thought I'd just drop my own in. For you, so you can read it if you want. Natsuki gives a weak but sincere smile. She reaches out to grab the manga.
I'd love to, fire demon.
Instead of pulling the manga from my hands as I expected, she grabs my wrist and tries to sit me down on the bed next to her.
But only if we read together.
It's the least I can do to make her happy. She needs it. So do I, in a way. First having to deal with Sayori attempting suicide. Now Natsuki? God, how terrible must her home life have been for her to want to escape it like that? Well, I can take a guess, considering the complete lack of food in her house. And her face when I saw her in the hospital. Christ.
Hey, fire demon.
What?
You just kind of stood there for a second, spacing out. God, you're worse than Sayori sometimes, you know?
Hey! I'm sorry, okay?
It's fine, I was only teasing, dummy.
I know that I shouldn't blame her. She doesn't know about Sayori's condition. And as far as I know, she hadn't seen her in the hospital. Regardless, that hurt me more than it should have. I move the duvet to the side and sit down next to Natsuki. She pulls the covers over the two of us, so we're sitting up with it draped over our laps. We decide to just start the volume over again.
Fire demon, you're so warm.
Natsuki inches closer to me. We're now shoulder to shoulder. Natsuki, can you see it okay?
Not really.
I inch myself down to a lying position. Natsuki joins me.
Much better.
My left arm is awkwardly dormant between us. I slide it under the pillow and around her. There we go. We continue to read. Before I know it, she's fast asleep. Natsuki? I lay there motionless. I've dreamed of this moment ever since I really got to know Natsuki. I hate that it had to come due to her circumstances at home, but regardless. I run my fingers through her silky pink hair. I brush her bangs to the side. She looks so peaceful in her sleep. What is this feeling? I feel a lump in my throat. Just the sight of her is enough to make my heart pound. I don't recognize this. My chest is heavy. It feels like there's a weight on my ribs. It's hard to breathe. This is the happiest moment of my life. As I drop the manga to the side of the bed, not even reading anymore, I drift off to sleep. Damn, what an episode! Alright, well that's gonna do it for this episode of Oh crap, fuck. that's gonna do it for this episode of Doki Doki exit music. If you guys enjoyed that episode, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. Yeah, so I guess we got a taste of what this mod is really gonna be like, huh? Like, we've only done 2 episodes of this, and we've already gotten into 2 really deep topics. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna leave that episode here, and with that, peace out.